The teacher is one who manifests the ideas which are in the air. They are the ones who make the future of the society. It is the teacher who shapes the future of the society. The very survival of any nation depends upon the quality of its teachers. So it's the quality of the teacher that determines the quality of the society. In fact, the job of a teacher is not an occupation. It is a divine calling, because it is only a divine call that can do what a teacher does. A teacher is not merely an instructor. A teacher is the architect of the future. A teacher is the nation builder. A teacher is the creator of human resource of the country. And we all know the importance of human resource. You can have all the natural resources, but without human resource, they cannot be used. So it is the human resource that is the most valuable resource of any nation, and teachers build this human resource. You can judge how far a country has progressed by looking at the literacy rate of that country. And if you look at India, 75% of Indians are literate, and it is due to the work done by our teachers. We have to salute our teachers for this great contribution they have made. In fact, no society can rise beyond its teachers. And we have seen this in history. Look at the past civilizations of the world. Look at the Mayan civilization. Look at the Indus Valley civilization. They all fell because they did not have good teachers. It was during the British rule that we saw the worst phase of education in India. They tried to destroy our culture, our heritage, our values, and why? Just to make us labor class for them so that we could serve them and they could earn money out of it. But there were some teachers who did not accept this. They stood up against the British, and these teachers became leaders and freedom fighters. And we got our freedom, and we became a free nation. These teachers showed us the path of freedom, and it is because of these teachers that today we are celebrating 75 years of independence. Today, we need teachers who can take our country to newer heights, teachers who can make our country the strongest country in the world, not just economically, but also culturally and spiritually. Such teachers are needed today, such teachers will be needed in the future. And when we talk about such teachers, it reminds me of a great teacher, the greatest teacher. He showed us the path of spirituality. He gave us the eternal knowledge that can help us live a happy and peaceful life. His name was Guru Nanak Dev Ji. It is said about him that he had no formal education. He never went to a school or a college. Then where did his knowledge come from? His knowledge came from his inner divinity. He realized the truth and he taught us. Today, his teachings are followed not only in India, but all over the world. There are Guru Nanak studies being taught in universities abroad. His teachings are being followed by people belonging to different religions. People from different faiths come to India just to visit the holy places associated with his life. Today, we have millions of Gursikhs following his teachings, and they form a community called Sikhism. That is how great a teacher can be. That is how great the impact of a teacher can be. We all have been students at some point in life. All of us have studied in some school or the other. And I am sure all of us must have had at least one teacher who inspired us. All of us would have come across a teacher who touched our lives. Let us try to understand what qualities do these teachers possess. What is it that makes them great? The first thing that comes to mind is that they were subject matter experts. They knew their subjects very well. Not only did they know the theory, they also knew how to make it interesting. They knew how to connect the theory with real-life situations, and therefore, learning became fun. I am sure all of you would have enjoyed going to your schools back then. You would have really enjoyed learning, and this is the impact a good teacher can make. Learning should be fun. It should not be a burden. It should not be something that you are forced to do. It should come naturally, and good teachers make it possible. They make learning an enjoyable activity. Another quality of a good teacher is that they treat every student equally. There is no partiality. Every student gets equal attention. Every student is treated fairly. Another quality of a good teacher is that they inculcate values. They don't just teach you a subject, they teach you life. They teach you how to become a good human being. They teach you ethics, they teach you morals. They teach you values, they teach you culture, they teach you heritage. And these are the things that stay with you for life. They are strict, but only to make you disciplined. Discipline is very important in life. And if you cannot learn discipline at school, then where will you learn it? You will have to face it much later in life, maybe while serving in the army, maybe while working in an organization. Therefore, teachers try to inculcate discipline. They try to make you follow rules. They try to make you responsible. And yes, in the process, they may become strict sometimes. But it is only to make you a better human being. Now, another quality that I really like about our teachers is their creativity. Our teachers are highly creative people. They know how to make learning fun. They make it a game. They use different teaching aids. They use different techniques to make sure that learning is not boring. Creativity is something that we associate with artists. We associate with people in the field of entertainment. But creativity is required in every field. If you want to be a good teacher, you have to be creative. Another quality of a good teacher is that they inspire you. They inspire you to become a better version of yourself. They inspire you to dream big. They show you the path. They guide you. They motivate you. In fact, a good teacher is like a parent. A parent wants their child to become the best version of himself. And a good teacher works towards the same goal. They want their students to become the best version of themselves. A good teacher is also a good motivator. Whenever a student fails, they try to find out the reason behind it. They try to understand what the problem is. Good teachers don't believe in punishing, rather they believe in reforming. They try to find out the reason for bad performance. They try to remove the doubts. And once the doubt is removed, learning becomes easy. Then there are teachers who are strict, but they are strict for a reason. They are strict because they want you to become disciplined. Now, it is true that if you are a student, you might not like it. You might think that the teacher is being harsh. But deep down, you know that they are doing it for your own good. In fact, such teachers leave a lasting impression on you. You might not realize it then, but later on in life, you will realize the importance of being disciplined. You will realize the importance of following rules, and you will thank your teacher for making you realize that. There are also teachers who are extremely hardworking. They don't believe in doing only what is expected of them. Rather, they go above and beyond. They put extra efforts. They believe in giving their best to the students. They prepare well for their lectures. They spend hours and hours in planning how to make their lectures more effective. And this dedication leaves a lasting impression on you. It inspires you to work hard. It inspires you to become dedicated. Then there are also teachers who are extremely humble. They don't believe in showing off. They don't believe in boasting. Rather, they are very simple. They treat every student equally, and they set the best example for their students. They know that they are not only teaching a subject, they are also shaping young minds. And therefore, they set the best example for their students. Now, while we talk about qualities of a good teacher, let us not forget the importance of parents. Parents are the first teachers of their children. They teach their children the most important lessons of life. They teach them ethics. They teach them morals. They teach them values. In fact, if you want to know more about a culture, you have to look at the role of parents in that society. How parents behave with their children, how parents behave with other people in the society, because they are not only responsible for shaping their children, they are also responsible for shaping the society. Parents play an important role in the upbringing of their children, and therefore we must appreciate their contribution. We must respect our parents. We must learn from them. In fact, we must also salute our parents. So these are some of the qualities of a good teacher. The role of a teacher is very important. They shape the future of the society. They are the nation builders. And therefore, we must salute our teachers.